there, you're listening to Your Life is Awesome, featuring true life stories about sex told by audience members at SmutSlams around the world. SmutSlam is a growing network of dirty storytelling shows founded in 2011 by me, Cameron Moore. We do our best to keep SmutSlam safe, but safe doesn't mean G-rated. Some of these stories are explicit as fuck. If you're not into that, now is a good time to get out. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Your Life is Awesome. I'm your host, Cameron Moore. My pronouns are she, her. I'm the founder of SmutSlam International, and honestly, sometimes I look in astonishment at where we've come since we started nearly 15 years ago. But here we are now, listening to filth from all around the network. Today's episode was recorded in May 2025 at Råhuset in Copenhagen. I always mispronounce that. It's the venue. It looks like Råhuset with a little circle over the A. Råhuset. Anyway, it's an amazing venue that we have for Copenhagen, and the theme this time was MAYDAY, MAYDAY. So as much as we try to prepare, sometimes we may need to ask for a helping hand. That can also include sexual emergencies that might lead to hospital visits. I do want to put a little content note here. If you're squeamish about penis ouchies or grody bits, you might have to do some skipping in this one. Don't say I didn't warn you, right? It's kind of suitable for October, when I often like to do blood and guts themed shows. We didn't have one of those this time around. But it's this one stands in for it pretty well. So yeah, there's your content note. All right. In between the stories, we of course have our fuck buckets, which are anonymous questions and confessions that I field from the audience. Those are always some of my favorite parts of doing SmutSlam. It's so good. Little bits of amazing coming out of the bucket. All right. I want to give thanks to all the tellers on this episode for giving us permission to share their stories on the show. And I want to tell you, now's the time to sit down and strap in. I'll see you on the other side. Nice. Okay. This is my favorite part of the job almost, is reading the fuck buckets before anyone else in the world has a chance to. So I know before any of you do. Okay. I had 2 dates on Valentine's, so I postponed one of them. Had a romantic evening with the first one and ended up having sex later with the second one too. Pack it in, baby. Pack it in. Sorry. I guess we'll call that my disbelieving honk, but okay. I am divorced and I've been fucking my handyman for a year. Get it. Okay. Oh, that's probably in corner. Okay, sorry. I'm like, what? Okay. While doing a task for my dom, I squirted so hard all over my phone, I had to get the screen replaced. 1,500 in water damage. Facial recognition still doesn't work. Smiley face and 3 hearts. Oh, yes. Yeah. Amazing. Okay. I mean, I had a panic about the 1,500. I'm like, I don't think that any, but that's like, what is that in euro? Does anyone know 1,500? That's a lot. What is that? I hope it was worth it. It sounds like it was. Okay. I'm not judging.
Okay, so my story is not actually Mayday, Mayday. I guess I was trying to prevent Mayday, Mayday situations by getting a vasectomy. Yeah, because there's a lot of STDs out there, but children are probably the worst one. So this is some years ago. I guess I was 39. Finally decided, fuck it, I'm not gonna have those. Gonna do it without, and decided, well, let's get this over with, because why not? It's Denmark Universal Healthcare.
Yay!
And it was actually an easy enough process. It was 1 hour in and out of this hospital in Farum. I could take the train back. All of that worked fine. But I had this camera crew with me because I knew some TV people who were like, oh, we might be able to like pitch a program about child-free living and stuff like that. So how's about we come and film them scalpel your your scrotum? And I was like, perfect, let's do that. Didn't really think about like, that's a tense situation. Once I was there and they were like, oh, don't worry, it's not gonna hurt, we're gonna sedate you, but only locally. So I'm still conscious as this doctor who is about 75 years old. It's just 6,000 kroner. It was 15 minutes of his time. He figured it out, people. He's just raking in tax money. His nurse is like 120 or something. They were experienced people. So I'm a little disappointed at the fact that I've been doing stand-up for almost 20 years, off and on. You haven't probably not seen me. I'm not that successful. But it does mean that I cope with stressful situations by cracking jokes. And when you have a scalpel in my scrotum, it's a tense situation for me. And I don't care that you've been doing it for 45 years. It's my first. So I'm lying there. There's a camera on it. And I'm trying to talk with the doctor about, so the vertebra, and he's like, yeah, don't worry, it's not going to hurt. And this nurse is there, and I'm trying to lighten the mood, asking her, like, so you've seen some dicks in your life. I'm a big boy, I can handle it. Just give me a quick 1 to 10. Where am I at? And I gave her that. That's a window. As a comic, I would expect any of my colleagues to use that window to drop in a good 2 or 3, like not a 1, because it's not that bad. But you can nail me with a 3, and I'll be like, she didn't even want to. And I was sweating at this point. Like, I don't even care about the surgery now. I'm bombing in this room. And I'm asking the doctor some informational questions. So, will I still be able to shoot a load? And what's going to happen? And he's like, yes, your ejaculate is going to stay perfectly regular. And it's in the same amounts. And I'm like, yeah. But what about the taste? Still nothing. Silent room. Even the camera lady's not giving me anything. So that was one lesson. I was like, okay, I need to cope with this differently. And then my girlfriend at the time, she took care of me on the day. It wasn't a harmful procedure. I would say if anybody's considering, it was a week, and then I could bust a nut again. And the pain was only really for 1 day, whilst I felt like saving the planet. My carbon footprint is fixed. But she took care of me during the day when I learned a very valuable lesson, because I remember talking to her about, as a guy who's sick, hon, you don't understand it, man. It hurts all the way up to my torso, all the way down to my knees, and now my intestines have stopped. My gut is not working. You don't know, babe, the pain I'm in. Until she was like, that's every fucking period. Yeah. This wasn't really surgery, honest. It was just like a female simulation for 1 day. Appreciate it. So that was a life lesson for me. Thank you for listening.
Oh dear. God, always working the fucking room, right? I mean, what? I didn't. So I had a procedure done, content note for like medical procedures, right? When I was having my heart checked out, right? They put like They put like a camera. They can put a camera up through your fucking veins, all the way into your heart. It's a bit weird. Right? But I'm awake for it, right? And I'm sitting there, and the doctor is joking with the technicians. He's the joker in that case. They're just chatting and shooting shit there. And I was like, whoa, y'all, like, what's going on? He's like, oh, don't worry about it. If it was serious, we wouldn't be talking at all. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's cool. That's good to know. Good heavens. So did they end up using the footage?
Nope.
Bastards.
Please waste the time.
Oh, you didn't get to save the video for yourself?
I did not.
You should.
You just have a sheet on, and then it's your ball sack.
It's your ball sack hanging out. No, nothing to see. Nothing to see here. So recently, I received a rim job, and that just felt weird. Is it me, or do I not get something? I mean, it's a little weird. Yeah, it feels a little weird, but like, I mean, mostly you just, is it you? It might be you, honestly. It might be you. Not everyone likes it. You don't have to like things that everybody else likes, right? Like, I love it, but it 100% feels weird. The same way that butt sex, I like it, but it also feels weird because your sphincter is going, something's passing through here. It's going the wrong way from what I'm used to. And I think rim jobs also, it's like we're not used to pleasure activities in that zone, or many of us aren't. The first time that you've had it done, it would definitely, I remember the first time I had someone go on my butt, and wow, yeah, I was tripping. It's not just you. You may not decide to like that as a long-term thing. That's fine. You'll be fine. Oh. Now we're getting into what SmutSlam is really known for. Challenging interpersonal conflicts. Let's resolve it together. Okay. How does one confront people in the sex-positive community who engage in cultural appropriation, in a way that creates a healthy, productive, and enlightening dialogue? Specifically, I have encountered this in the Tantra community, and I have not found it easy to engage with them. Any tips would be appreciated. Let's breathe in through our first chakra. You got to think about what you're trying to do. Are you trying to change the person are you trying to influence the person who's doing the thing? Or are you trying to make a stand and put some information out there to people witnessing it? All right. Because I would argue that like flagging something as culturally appropriative in a social media landscape is not going to get them to change necessarily. It can feel very threatening, but you may maybe it's something, an organization or a professional or a group that you don't care that much about what they do. You just want to let people around you know that this is bullshit. All right. So in that case, social media might work for your purposes. I think that I think of this something in the way of like writing to my congressperson, my representative, right? Like write to them. Don't put them on blast in public. Write them a well thought out letter. Get a few other people to write in their things and let them know, like, I see what you're doing. This particular thing I feel is cultural, you don't even say I feel, it's culturally appropriative. It comes from this, and it's not a good look, and you might reconsider using this. Whatever this is, I don't have any context for this, all right? Write them a letter about it and say, I'd like to hear from you why you chose to use this, or why you're choosing to practice this practice, which is a closed spiritual practice, or is normally not done in this way, or whatever it is. Write them a letter and invite them into dialogue. Say, I would like to hear from you about this. I would like to know. And that will inform you. How they respond to a private letter is going to tell you everything you need to know about whether they're ready to engage at all. Choking has become so vanilla. But I find it hard to choke a woman when we have sex for the first time. They have a little broken heart right here. Honestly, honestly, if we're talking, so this is accepting kink negotiated engagements or encounters where you are laying this out on the table. This is what I want. Okay. We're putting that to one side. You should hesitate before choking someone. You should definitely hesitate. You should always read up on it. Get a little bit of YouTube video. If not even like, there's sometimes like breath play workshops you can do. You can damage someone if you choke them in the wrong way. All right. So as much as I hate to be the buzzkill here, like you definitely do not want to choke someone on the first date if you have not, if you just don't like avoid any potential repercussions or anything like that. Just like, unless you have negotiated it beforehand in a series of messages on FetLife, like don't go into it without preparing yourself, without talking amongst yourselves, because there's a lot of pressure to do it. Like choking has become more and more popular. And I say this as someone who loves to be choked in the right loving relationship. But like you definitely need to talk about that before you do it. Don't leap into it. Talking about it is part of the fun. Frankly, as someone who's really into dirty talk and stuff, like you can talk about it, get all worked up about it, and then do it the next time after you've researched it. Okay. So yes. It's become so vanilla that people die because of it. So like you want to hang on to that sort of like hesitation a little bit and don't. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
It's his aftershave that does it. It's in the car. It's his aftershave. It's sweet, but not too sweet. It's a bit like sun on warm skin in summer with a slight hint of salt. And it's his aftershave that makes me cry for help inside and feel all ready to surrender. It's his aftershave and his arms that I notice on the steering wheel on the car. It's very quiet and it's his aftershave. But it's also very, very, very far away from home, in a car, on a business trip, in Hungary. In Hungary, where they don't like people like me. But it's his aftershave that does it, and that does me in Hungary, in a car, in the countryside, on a 2-hour trip to the factory side, and on a 2-hour trip back from the factory side the first day, and on a 2-hour trip to the factory side, and a 2-hour trip back to the hotel the next day, and it's his aftershave. And he does not speak English, but I see his arms, and they are lovely. Those are very, very nice arms. And his aftershave is very nice. And I get all mushy inside when I think about his aftershave afterwards, and it gives me little warm thoughts in the car when I sit there and have absolutely nothing to do because I get car sick if I read while I drive. So I have to look at the guy's arms on the steering wheel, and they are very nice arms, and they look like arms that could give you a really nice hug if you asked for it, but I would never ask for it because I'm in Hungary where they don't like people like me, and also I'm not the kind of guy that guys who like guys would normally like to find when they are going to find a guy, because I don't have quite a guy body, and that's okay, but I never know if a guy who likes guys is actually into guys that do not have the guy body that you see on Grindr with a big dick and so on. And if a guy is into me because he's heterosexual, I'm not into him because I'm not heterosexual and I'm not a woman, so... But his aftershave is very, very nice. And it's his aftershave that makes me sit in the car and think about being in a country where they don't like people like me, and being slightly into the very nice guy with the very nice aftershave and the very lovely arms that probably give really great hugs. And all I can think is a very, very quiet, tiny, Mayday, Mayday, help. I'm really lost, really far away from home, and it's the most quiet help in the world. but it's his aftershave, and it is nice. Thank you.
Oh dear. Almost all yucks in my life have become yums later on. So I guess at some point I will eat shit. This is some kind of like kink determinism that I'm not, it doesn't follow, y'all. You don't have to. Oh no, I must. Oh. God. The resigned tone of that. This is in Danish. I want to make sure that this does not go against the code of conduct.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay, well, I can't read it. Get up here. Just read it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, okay, go on.
Jeg havde engang et kondom stuck. It actually said stuck here.
Yeah, okay.
I mig i 2 måneder, uden jeg vidste det.
Okay.
And let's get ready for all you English speakers now. Yeah. You ready for this?
I don't know.
I once had a condom stuck in me for 2 months without knowing.
Oh, thank you. That was terrible.
Yeah. But I'm glad you got mine.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. But you see, okay, I've been saying for months now, it's probably been about a year or two, where the uptick in using emoticons, is it emoticons? Where you're using punctuation, right? And faces, like email communication is absolutely going into handwriting now, right? It has been for some time, but on the fuck buckets, it's definitely there. This one's got that, the X with a laughy thing, so funny. I'm very uneasy. Okay. I, a female, have so far only dated men, but would be curious about dating women as well. I am, for some reason, really intimidated about it. Any tips or words of encouragement? Go for it! Oh, you want tips. You want practical stuff. Okay. Okay. So for starters, my experience, and I think that lots of people who date women and women who date women, women tend to be, I'm speaking only overall, right? I'm speaking in generalities, right? Statistically speaking, women tend to be very intimidated by this. And lots of people tend not to ask very directly. They tend not to ask out. There's a lot of is this a date? Is this not a date? Are we fucking? Are we, Reggie Watts said it best. You're probably fucking. But go look up Reggie Watts and fucking, and it's going to be great. Okay, so you want, this is just for me as someone who is basically a bulldozer in human form. You want to just say, I'd like to take you on a date, a romantic date, or I'd like to kiss you if that's what you want to do. And I get it. This is not advice that everyone feels ready to take, but that is my strongest tip. And that's true for any time you want to get romantically involved with someone. Say what you want. I mean, maybe not all of it all at once, but just definitely say I would like a date with you, not hey, you want to hang out sometime? Plausible deniability is for the birds. Don't be chicken shits, okay? Thanks. All right. Any tips? Any other tips? I have one more tip. What's that? So you really want, I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. Okay. I also, just a tip, I am interested in the way that you phrase this. I would be curious about dating women as well. I encourage you to spend a little time with that curiosity and figure out what's at the base of that. Because most people don't want to be experiments. Not really. So if you're thinking I am attracted to women and I don't know what to do with that, cool. If you're just got to check off the box to get all, got to catch them all, sort of Pokemon approach to sexual encounters. That's not nice necessarily if if they can sense that. Okay. So I encourage you to spend a little more time in that curiosity, examine it, like unpack it, as they say, like look at that and be like, is it curiosity? Is it tourism? Is it, is it my loins are a tremble? Like you need to know for yourself, what does that mean? Oh, I'm going to a swinger club for the first time. How will I not be intimidated by the setting, and do you wear shoes? Not on the mattresses. You don't want to poke holes in that. Okay? I don't know. I've never been to a swingers club. I would say any place where fucking is happening, I want to wear shoes. Because just I'm giving you the Foley experience here, right? Just sticky. It's like, I don't want that on my bare feet, but maybe I just need to, maybe that's one of those icks that it wants to become a yum, like.
I would like to tell the story of my first helping hand. My first helping hand was at Roskilde Festival. Lovely, warm, lovely place. We had matched, we had written, we had drank a little bit and gone back to her tent. It was my first anything. It was a hot tent with one single mattress and a single sleeping bag and a very sweet girl for my first anything. And we fell asleep, of course. It was late and we had had a few drinks. But the next morning, it was lovely and there was kissing and there was touching, and I was very nervous and afraid because this was my first anything. And she kissed me, and after some time, I could feel that it was time, and I looked down and I said, "Privates, stand at attention." And there was no response. So I said, "Mayday, mayday, we need a helping hand here." And she was very, very sweet and kind, and she pulled down my shorts and my underpants, and she helped, and it was lovely, and the kissing was very, very, very nice. And I was focused mostly on the kissing, and at one point she was saying, "Is something supposed to?" And I was like, "Yes, privates, stand at attention." And still no response. And at this second, lack of military communication was a bit worrying. So again, I said, "Mayday, mayday, we could use a helping hand." And the best helping hand that I've learned since is lubrication. And lubrication is phenomenal. Very, very good. And she was, of course, very sweet. And she looked through her things and she found some lubrication and put it and gave me a helping hand, and it was nice, and then it was a bit less, then it was a little bit uncomfortable, and then it was alcohol based, some I'm not sure exactly, but it was, and I left the tent. I thanked her. I was very thankful for the experience and walked back through puke and empty bottles and warm Roskilde weather in my shorts and my groin in flames, and went back to my tent and tried to rinse myself off with water and a sock, and just whispered, "Mayday, mayday, mayday."
Did you ever figure out what that was? What was it? It was just like a very, like, salad dressing? What was it?
I'm not sure. Makeup remover? Which I hope. No, I'm not sure. I am not sure. I knew it was clear and it was painful. That's.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope. Yeah.
All right. Sex seems to get better with age. Or maybe it's being with a person I love deeply and who embraces my kinks and desires. Aww, okay, that's so cute. What is this, fucking Valentine's Day? Yeah. Yeah, it is. Sorry. My Dom is not allowed to make marks or bruises, so he needs to get creative. Instead, this weekend he carved a fresh ginger as a butt plug. Ouch. And a winky face. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ginger.
I think this is kind of a double Mayday moment. It has two parts, so I'll skip through it. But being young and in love and everything like that, 17 years old, in a relationship, everything was nice, sleeping over at her place. And we were feeling like, yeah, that's when I learned I was a bit into dominance kind of thing. But it was like, okay, we're going to get this on, and I'm just going to take you right here, right now. And it goes a bit fast, so I quickly slid on the condom and we get started, and all of a sudden I hear a sound when I enter. It's like a little kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's not supposed to do that. Pull out, I see blood. I'm like, okay, wait. On the inside of the condom. Shit. Take it all, figure out, and I mean, I'm guessing most have been around a cock and seen the anatomy that on uncut guys, it has like the string underneath. And it was bleeding. A lot. And panicking. I mean, 17 years old, and it was a relationship, everything, but it was like, oh, shit. So bandaging up and figuring out, but kind of Mayday came when I was like realizing I was there because this was a family reunion day. So there was really no time to give it any attention when I had to go downstairs 30 minutes later and say hi to aunts and uncles and cousins and everyone, and sit there locked in, of course, you know, the table formation in a small room or house, and like sit in the middle and have normal conversation all of a sudden while having massive amounts of toilet paper around my cock. Thinking, Mayday, what the fuck am I doing? And now I'm like, okay, let's give it some time because I don't want to go to a doctor. It seems a little bit like, oh, it's still what to do. Giving a few weeks, it's like, okay, let's try again and see. It seems healed, right? Quickly finding out it's not the same. It's like, oh shit. So after about trying 2 weeks intervals, it's like, okay, I think I need a doctor. And the doctor says, yeah, you need to go to a specialist doctor, a surgeon. And now we get to the second part, and why I can never hear the sound of a scissor cutting cardboard without thinking of something else. So I go, and it's been a month without sex, and it was like, you know, that phase where you're like, everything's nice, you have the relationship, it's like, oh yes, we just want to fuck, we can't. And I go to the doctor in the middle of a day, and he looks at it, it's like, yeah, we're gonna have to cut it. And I have time in 2 hours or in a month. Yeah, I'm not going to school that day. So he takes it after those 2 hours, me sitting in the waiting room like, what the fuck? But at least I didn't have to panic for a month about getting kind of surgery. Yeah. So he wipes it off and it burns. And he takes out the needle. Sorry, trauma memories here. I didn't tell this story for 10 years, and that's why I didn't think about it until halfway through the show. I was like, oh yeah, I do have a thing. It's hidden away. And he pokes it, and the first, you can feel it. And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now I can't feel it. So he takes a clamp and just puts it on there, on my stomach. Nice. And then he starts doing his thing, but when he takes the scissors and cuts the remaining of the string, the sound of cardboard is exactly the same. Should I have given a warning?
No, you didn't.
I could just see people's faces now. And then he stitches up and everything, and after about 3 weeks, I'm good. Yeah, so this is story half I'm kind of circumcised. Yeah, so and that was it. But then I was thinking, yeah, thank you. Ah.
I have to say, I'm not the best person to decide whether more content notes should be given out, because I love blood and gut sex stories. They're hilarious. But yeah, that's fine. I love them so much. Oh, they're creepy. Okay. Also, that when you talked about like how awkward that was to sit at a family reunion with wads of toilet paper, I'm like, well, that's just every fourth grade cisgendered girl's experience having a period, like in the middle of nowhere, right? Just pack it with toilet paper and hope it doesn't bleed through your white pants. You know, I mean, oh God. Oh. Okay, kinksters in the house. Get ready. If I am in subspace, I am not able to say either stop or call a safe word. Any tips how to manage that? Okay, so if you're just going nonverbal, you're gonna have to find a nonverbal signal. You can do the thing that they do when you're gagged or whatever. You can just like tap on their, I tap, like if I'm gagged or otherwise on someone's dick, or you know, like I can't say anything, I'll just like tap 3 times as my safe signal. All right. So find some nonverbal thing. If you can't think to preserve your skin, if you can't give any sign, you might need to reconsider your involvement with kink or get some therapy on this. I don't mean therapy like get some therapy. Like, I don't mean it in a dismissive way. I'm saying you have to be able to have a little kernel of yourself paying attention. You cannot rely on other people to take care of you in that way. So I would say like, so I have no context. I don't know if it's the verbal thing or if it's the just altogether, I can't keep my boundaries when I'm in subspace. Because the second one, I don't mean to alarm you. I'm sure you're already thinking for yourself, like, I don't like this not being able to say things. I encourage you to stay cautious and maybe talk with someone about how to get in touch with that and how to express that, your safe word or your safe signal when you need to. That's really important. So take care of yourself, right? Don't trust anybody. But like, I don't mean that in like you can't trust anybody. It's like, but you cannot leave that something so important in someone else's hands. You've got to take care of yourself. I know it sounds cute and everything, like, oh, I'm just a little baby. Ooh. You know, like you can't do it. Any other thoughts? Because that's the correct thought.
You have to squeeze a ball, and if you let it go, they stop. So that
right.
You train yourself how to stay present.
Yes. Okay. So either squeeze a ball or have something in your hand that will make a noise if it drops, and then if you are at that boundary, then you can let it drop, or do the reverse, which is like, oh, that's an interesting one where they won't do anything unless you ask for it. Okay. Or you have to keep saying yes. Yes. And if you don't say yes, they stop. Yeah. So that's a structurally different encounter, but also a good practice. Good. I like it. Okay. All right. I set up a naked date with a guy. We agreed that we would get naked, like fully naked, immediately when I enter his apartment. When I got there, we both felt that the chemistry is not there. But we both wanted to stick to the agreements. So we got naked, sat on his bed, had a small talk, and then I left. I mean, yeah. You can always change the terms of the agreement if it's going both ways. I mean, way to stick it out. How should I react? If I get a massive tear during anal play, you react quickly and you put some clean cloth on it. You don't, if it's that big, you definitely go to a doctor's. The funny thing is that question is written in a very flowery, bubbly sort of a femi sort of thing. It looks very cute. It looks like something like a middle schooler maybe. I'm not meaning to mock you at all, but it's a very cute handwriting, and it's like, what if I get butt stuff happening? I'm like, that's great. I love it. I love it. My expectations, obviously, my understandings of handwriting and anal sex are clearly at odds with each other. I seem to have different personalities based on my cycle. Last week I was crying because I thought I would die alone and my cats would eat me. Today I am ready to fuck everything that moves and think I can be single and playing forever. Being a woman is a roller coaster. Also, your cats might eat you. I mean, that's, I hate to say it. Although I think they did a study. I think they actually did a study, or somehow they tested the hypothesis, and they determined that dogs would be more likely to eat your fucking face off. Cats less so, but dogs more so. Yeah. I don't know how you test that, right? It's not like a multiple choice question for your animals. Would love to be ravaged by an Uruk-hai from Lord of the Rings. Those who need to know already know. Those of us who don't need to know can pretend we're innocent. Yeah. I often have sex dreams about finding way better porn that caters more to me than what exists in real life. I mean, that is what sex dreams are, right? Like that should be what it is. That should be what it is. Why are sex toys for clitorises called stimulators or vibrators, etc., but sex toys for penises are called masturbators? Are people with clitorises not also masturbating when they use sex toys? I think that's a rhetorical question. We will never know. But you're right. You're right. There's very much some kind of gender divide happening in marketing all the time. The fact that so many companies get specific about gender. They'll just talk about like male or female this or that. It's like, just name it for the body parts. It's for the clit. It's for the butt. It's for the penis. It's for the balls. It's for the nipples. Those are things. Yeah, anyway. Yeah. I went on a date with a psychiatrist. I know, already a cry for help. After having sex, he put on a game that turned out to be an IQ test. He said I passed. I should have left, but he did. Boo that guy, okay? I should have left, but he did have a nice dick. So I stayed for 2 more rounds and never spoke to him again. Now I'm trying to find a psychiatrist and I can't decide if I should contact him just to skip the line. No. Don't do it. I understand that waiting lines for medical and mental health care can be long, but this guy has already proven himself to be an asshole. You don't need that in your life. Okay. I can't tell if this is... Anyway, okay. My girlfriend had some allergy in her face. She brought fruit to me and asked me to eat it and cum on her face. Is this a cure? I don't think so. Anyway, I did. She was satisfied until I said we should have waited a few hours to get the essence to my cum and not just right after. She got mad. Why didn't I tell her earlier? Because anyone who knows anything about biology knows that. Is this some kind of woo-woo, like, allergy cure? Like, get someone to jizz on your face? Is it? I have never heard of this. Don't fall for it, everybody. Yeah, so I don't know about that still. When I go back and listen to that little snippet right there, the last fuck bucket, I'm like, I don't, oh, it was weird. Of course, fuck buckets get no context, right? So I have no idea what was going on there. Hopefully, they had some time to reflect on what they have done. Anyway, thank you so much for listening in. I hope clearly you made it through. Well done, you. And a big thank you to my team in Copenhagen that makes it possible. Copenhagen is one of the only two not weekly, I beg your pardon. It's one of the only two monthly shows that I do. Everything else is more every other month or quarterly, but Copenhagen, along with Berlin, is a monthly show, and it wouldn't be possible without our admin team there. That is Anna and Stevie and Anya, who are doing such wonderful things there. And of course, we have a growing team of smutterlings to support that work out there. So big ups to my Copenhagen crew. I also want to mention that Råhuset is a very thriving, hopping little venue there in Copenhagen. They have all kinds of shows ranging from our little smut slam to music shows, poetry events, spoken word, very queer positive. You should check them out, definitely, if you're around Copenhagen. Råhuset is a fantastic place to be. All right, if you don't want to wait several weeks for the next episode, you might consider joining the official Your Life is Awesome Patreon and helping us put these out more regularly. There are a boatload of stories on there and fuck buckets too that never made it into the regular releases. We get so much material, you know? Plus, you get to listen to the regular episodes a few days early. Just for a few extra euros a month, you can throw that in and help keep the smut flowing regularly. All right, go to patreon.com. Your Life is Awesome, and join our little smutty community. We'd love to see you there. If that's not in the cards right now, you can also help by writing a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Your review helps the show to be found by more folks like you, so that more people can enjoy this. It's just, boosting the algorithm. So get out there and assuming you like this, yeah. Obviously, if you're listening this far, you do. So prove it and put a review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. All right. Now, if you are so fortunate as to live in one of the areas where we do live in-person smut slams, you should be listening up to this next bit, all right? It's not just for you. You want to listen to see if there are people you know who live in these areas, all right? Word of mouth is key for any show or project these days that has sexual content. That would be us. Word of mouth is how we get the word out, literally, all right? So listen up. Go to the smutslam.com page if you want to go look at the directory. This gives you the full listing. But for you listening right now, let's get that down here just to share with you how awesome the calendar for the next few weeks is. All right. October 17th we're in Luxembourg. October 20th, Berlin. October 22nd, Vilnius. 24th, Riga. The 27th, Tartu. And on the 28th, we are in two locations at once. Greater Philly is our newest slam. Greater Philly, woohoo! And that's being run by Diva Darling and Lola Cat, who is a regular assistant there in Baltimore. They decided to team up and go after Greater Philly. So, yeah, that's on October 28th. Check that out if you're in the area. Also on the 28th, Tallinn. I'll be in Tallinn. October 29th, Helsinki. November 4th, we got Victor Victrola working Boston. All right, that's Boston area. It's Somerville Armory, but same place. November 6th, I will be in Erfurt, back here in Germany. And on the 6th, we've got the Smut Slam happening in Winnipeg with host Didi Brazier. On the 11th, it's in Copenhagen again. On the 12th, Didi is taking the slam to Calgary. On the 13th, I'm in Barcelona. On the 16th, Didi is in Edmonton. On the 18th, Victor Victrola is launching another slam there in Rhode Island, Pawtucket, Rhode Island, to be specific, on the 18th of November. And then the 21st, We've got Diva and Lola Cat back in Baltimore hitting it up. So yeah, y'all, it's a busy month, but you can be there. There's so many places you can be. You want to stay tuned. Follow SmutSlam INTL on Instagram, and then you'll be among the first to know when we get other ones scheduled at the last minute. As far as I know, we've still got 2 slams that are being juggled for November, trying to find a right scheduling for that. So if you want to stay up to all the details, follow SmutSlam INTL on Instagram, and of course, keep in touch with us as best as you can there. We're busy, all right? We get it out there. So yeah, that's it. Tell your friends, mark your calendars, go find us on Patreon. I'm sure we'll see you real soon. In the meantime, remember, your life is awesome.
This has been Your Life is Awesome, a story podcast from SmutSlam with Cameron Moore. Produced by me, Marc. Music by Sticky Biscuits. A huge thank you to all storytellers featured. All stories are being shared with permission. If you want to help us make more of these, plus get access to longer episodes and other bonus material, please join our Patreon at patreon.com/yourlifeisawesome. If that's not in the cards right now, you can also help by rating and reviewing this show. Look for that option in your podcast app. We might read out some reviews on a future episode. Got a question for Cameron? Write or send a voice recording to smutslampodcast@gmail.com. This too might be featured on the podcast. And if you want to find out more about SmutSlam and the code of conduct we use in the shows, go to smutslam.com. All links mentioned can be found in the podcast info. Thanks for listening.